Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? It's your boy Loudcorp here, and today we are back again with another episode of the No Guns, No Shield Borderlands 2 playthrough. That's the whole thing. No guns, no shield. Just no guns. There's just no guns. There's in a game with a million different fucking guns, we're not using any guns, and we're also not using any shields. So that's the whole gimmick. Enjoy the video. In this one, we put in the I don't know, whatever the fuck it's called, the electricity thing, boop 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 boop, the power core for Sanctuary, so that they wouldn't get blown up. And then we did some more stuff. So yeah, enjoy, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy the content, then yeah, leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for everything. Take care, guys. See ya. Bye. Alrighty, so we're back again, playing some more of this horrible, horrendous playthrough. We have to install all these like ignition primers because we're trying to lift Sanctuary into the air. Last time we killed Wilhelm, and we got some power core, some nice old Hyperion power core action. So we had to go over to Roland here, help him pick up Lilith's drug supply, and then we have to run over to Lilith, and hopefully she'll be able to blast us away all out of here. Time to give Lilith her fix and do some 360s while we wait to get teleported out of here. This part always glitches out. I was wondering if I could jump off this railing and put myself in the fight for life to see what would happen, but I couldn't. So yeah, that's basically that. Now it's time to go to the fridge. Speedrun this hoe. Scooter's also like the proper type of autistic where he can solve a Rubik's Cube in like 8 seconds, blindfolded. This guy's a fucking maniac. Love him. So we ran our way over to the fridge. I got pissed off at these enemies and I wanted to explode them into goo. Same with this guy. Anyone that comes up to me, anyone that accepts to me, they have a free coupon. Get turned into goo today. Turn into goo today. Handing out fastballs as long as I have them in stock. So now we're at the fridge. We have to run through the Rat City. I was going to say something else, but I can't say it on YouTube. Might get demonetized. Oh, Rat City. I'm changing it. Anyways, we're going to talk about the tunnels of New York because that's where we are. I'm not going to talk about what I was going to say before. Tunnels of New York. Tunnels of New York, everyone. So we're making our way through the tunnels of New York, chopping people in half. This is basically like the average New Yorker. This is the average homeless New Yorker. If you were 7 feet tall and homeless in New York, lived in the sewer, you'd do pretty well. You'd be chopping up rats just like this guy. Threw some bombs at him. Yeah, this is like historically accurate right here. Historically accurate New York. You guys know the rest. We just kind of run through the fridge, and I throw TNT at like little midget rats, and go crazy and take my bones out of my left arm and punch people in the face because I don't have any guns and I don't have any shields. Woo! And then I basically just like ran through the rest of the fridge. The fridge is honestly really quick. I used to always take so much time in the fridge because there's so many rats and I just used to shoot them all. But like nowadays, I just kind of know how to clear them all out pretty quickly. I know where they're going to spawn, so it's not really too big of an issue. Especially with the fastball. I mean, I've just been opening up these cases, getting more and more grenades. I have everything else in my inventory ammo-wise completely full, so it's not going to give me anything else. I always hit this jump too. If you guys didn't know, you can just hit that jump and it loads for you. Easy, easy. So now we got to go to Overlook and try to get back to Sanctuary. So we got to go through the Highlands Outwash. I like the Highlands Outwash, but what I don't like is stalkers. So I always have like the worst fucking tendency never to use that fast travel. I just want to talk about that because there's been so many times I've just ran by some bullshit. Such bullshit. Some serious bullshit. Some bullshit, as I say. So yeah, now we looked at it and we can just run past everything. I'm like pretty underleveled right here. Most of the guys are going to be pretty strong. Seems to be 4 or 5 levels over, but no, I just got 1 level there, so actually it's not so bad. I'm just kind of filling out this explosive damage thing because I want to make sure that my fight for the life kind of skill is going to have a little bit more bonacity, you know what I mean? It's going to smack people a little bit harder, blow up in people's faces a little bit harder. So keep me alive more, right? Normally this part of the game is kind of annoying because like there's a bunch of these like loaders that spawn here, and the loaders aren't really the problem. It's the one that spawns by the bridge, and that's why I was trying to make sure I had enough grenades to kind of get through here so I could fastball the legs of the exploder that comes out that door. Because the last thing I want to have happen is to have to stay and wait and take an extra fucking 3 minutes to go over that little conveyor belt or whatever the hell it's called. So yeah, I just kind of ran through here and hit this guy with a fucking pitch, MLB pitch, and smoked him right before he got it. It was pretty nice. I was pretty lucky there. So thank God, and I was able to cross this bridge. Good thing they don't like blow up on the like a second one won't come and target that. This was a real big problem here though, is I was super under leveled at this point, and this constructor was basically raid boss level. He was much harder than the constructor boss from before. I ended up dying here a bunch of times, even though it doesn't look like it. I went down and he fucking smoked me here because there's really nothing that I can do. I tried to get this little drone. I think I did end up getting this first one. I'm not sure. No, I didn't get it. But yeah, I died here a couple times. Once we finally were able to kill this fucking constructor, I was so happy. I just couldn't believe it. I fucking detonated all these little drones, and then I just punched him right in the face while he was burning my fucking head off with some crazy Tony Stark laser action. Poor constructor. Honestly, I like the constructors. They're pretty cute looking. They're just like a little circle. They don't really do much. They dance too. I like the quest for the dance. So now we had to kill this fucking huge thresher. This was a fucking bitch and a half. So after 5 minutes of trying to fucking kill this thing, I came so goddamn close on nearly a perfect attempt. And I died, and I couldn't believe it. And there was nothing for me to fucking damage around here. I just tried to get him down as low as I possibly could with all these loaders shooting at him. But he went underground, and I fucking failed miserably. I figured out this OP tactic of like kind of hitting him in the back. He like runs, he kind of like spins in a little circle, and I hit him in the back. Then a whole nother fucking issue was all these other loaders, but I ended up just taking the death and running by these guys later on and just kind of passing through because fuck these things. They're way too strong right now. Once we had the supply beacon, we had to make our way over to Overlook, and we got to listen to Jack talk about like stabbing someone with a spoon in the eye. Pretty funny, not gonna lie. And I always like fuck up and like go over all these rocks. I don't know why I do this, but if I go to the right here a little bit, you can kind of like skip, quote unquote. You could have like a little bit of time saved, but I don't know. I've kind of fucked it up. It went okay, but yeah, no. Jack's fucking crazy, absolutely fucking crazy. I don't know how you're laughing about scooping someone's fucking eye out with a spoon. You're actually crazy. You're like a Yakuza boss. He's literally like a Yakuza boss. They do that, by the way. Fucking crazy. So we set up the beacon and began the defense. This was so expensive. I spent every dollar I had on grenades from the vending machine doing this, and I still ran out, and it was absolutely horrendous. I don't think I've ever had this time, like this segment take as much time as it did right now. This was just fucking hellish. But I was hitting everyone with fastballs. It wasn't that I couldn't kill them, but there was just so many that I'd run out of grenades. And once I ran out of grenades, I was kind of fucked. They started like kind of ganging up on me. I mean, you can see I didn't really have very much money. I was only able to buy a few more. So money's definitely a big challenge with this run, and I'm not really going to do any like cheap weapon farming thing like on the Wham Bam Island or anything for class wants to sell out of the chest. I'm okay. I don't want to spend that much time on this playthrough, so I'm just kind of selling shit as I get it and throwing axes at people. So it's honestly good to be under level because then I won't pick any of the gear up that I pick up to sell, so that's kind of nice. And I had to repair this beacon, like, I swear, like 15 times. It was fucking ridiculous. After another 6 or 7 minutes of just chopping people down with these axes, me and the constructor did a serious battle. We towed off heavyweight championship. He did little dance moves and kind of sprayed a blue light at me, and I threw axes at his face until he exploded. So I don't know. Constructor could have chosen some better attacks. If he would have hit me with that laser beam, he would have done more damage. But he kind of just hit me with some blue beam. So not really too crazy. Another 5 minutes and 5 deaths later, I was able to put on my explosive class mod. I kind of learned a little bit to deal more damage to this last badass loader. I was pissed off. He killed me twice, and I just wanted to chop him up. So I was going for those crits, and I knew I had him here because I had that extra explosive damage with that class mod as well as my skill points. So I got him pretty close. It was honestly like I could have died here, like if I didn't fucking do this, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't get killed by him, and I was really pissed off. He fucking drove me crazy. Fuck you. Fuck you, loader. Fuck you. That's what I was thinking at the moment. And then we hopped on the fast travel and went back to Sanctuary because, I picked up a bunch of guns too. I was trying to look for some stuff because I had no money. But yeah, we went back to Sanctuary after this, after I scavenged.
Oh, good.
We spoke to Roland and we got the next quest. We had to go to the Wildlife Preservation Preserve, or whatever the hell it's called, Wildlife Preserve. And so that was kind of fun. It's fucking not fun. I was completely being sarcastic. It was horrible. I was so underleveled, and you guys are about to witness absolute atrocity. I ran around, kind of did some quests just for some XP, just some random shit like the Marcus ones and stuff like that. Just try to get some more. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put the cutscene in here too. Fucking Marcus is a legend. I did the Marcus like quest just to get some extra XP. Because you know, I need the XP. I'm super underleveled, so why not? It won't take too long too. Marcus kneecaps this poor son of a bitch for asking for a refund. He's a fucking legend. This guy is someone you should look up to. What a fucking legend. As a business owner, what a legend. Dr. Zed also wanted me to do some surgery, so I jumped around on this guy's stomach until he fucking spat out a piece of iridium from his side. And unfortunately he died, but I was able to get that iridium back, that sweet, tasty iridium. And it'll probably end up being given to Lilith, so that's kind of crazy. She's fucking shooting up iridium. Topical iridium from some guy's stomach. That's fucking wild, bro. Wild. Then I did the pizza quest, trying to get the other grenade. I wanted to get that Tesla grenade. I forget what it's called. Stormfront, I believe. I wanted to get a Stormfront to drop. I killed these guys, I think, like 7 or 8 times, and after that, I just couldn't really be bothered. I didn't think it was going to drop after that, so. But they were easy to kill. I mean, with the explosive grenade here, you can see I just basically snap them like Thanos out of existence, so it's pretty fun. Just fucking smoke them. And I got some good XP from these guys too, so that was cool. So now that we were at the Hyperion Preserve, I was extremely underleveled here. Oh my fucking god, this was horrible. I think this was the worst run through the preserve I've ever had in any playthrough of this fucking game. And that counts like everything ever. The loot pile one, anything, man. It's just terrible. Just fucking terrible. So normally the preserve takes like, I don't know, 20 minutes? 20 minutes, 25 maybe, like something like that, if you're just kind of playing just casually. This took me an hour and 45 minutes. An hour and 45 minutes. Those of you that have played this game, judging by you watching this video, you probably have. Holy fucking sheep shit. So I spoke to Mordecai and I moved my way through here to the first challenge, which was trying to get this fucking door open without dying. After 4 minutes of trying to get the door open, I was kind of successful. I was able to damage enough loaders, but in the attempt of me trying to damage loaders, I ended up going down as well later on, which fucking sucked. But for the time being, I was happy. I got the door open. But otherwise than that, I mean, I kind of just got fucked here. But I think I got pretty lucky. I think I was able to get one of these surveyors, like if I remember correctly, or I just fucking died. Oh yeah, no, he slagged this guy. That's what it was. And with the slag, I'm pretty sure I was able to get him back up. Bingo, just like that. Fucking suicide bombed his ass. Once I was through the doors, I was having some fucking crazy time. But I hit a nasty fucking move on this guy right here. I hit a fucking nasty move on this guy. That was fucking crazy. Look at that game sense. And then I just kind of carried on, just being a fucking crazy psycho. That's, I guess, what my character is. Throwing axes at everything and yelling. So I kind of liked that. Reminded me of Brick. It's kind of cool. I like Brick. He's my favorite character in this series. And yeah, this is basically what I was doing. I was just killing a few people, dying, killing a few people, dying, and throwing dynamite at anyone that I can get to. This guy was very stubborn and kind of running around, and I'm pretty sure that I was able to get him. But yeah, no, it was fucking stressful. This was definitely, you guys could see, I mean, I was crouching. How many of you people actually fucking crouch? It's like strategically playing Borderlands. I don't think many. Most people just run through the enemies, so at least I do. So it's kind of fucking crazy. I was hitting long pitches, looking for any ammo I could, and just trying to use my skills the best I could. This was fucked, but thank God that there was another loader. All these loaders, man, like I was so lucky. And the damage negation is huge. And I knew that like if I got close to him and died there, I would have just been screwed again. So I kind of started to stay back a little bit, try to do the best I could. At least to just kill that badass. But there were so many of these little surveyors that I was pretty chill. I was able to get up over and over. Except for that last one. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I had to kill a bunch of skags, which I did not mind doing. Just kind of chop them in half with my axe. And hit people with the explosive fastball, which basically just turns people inside out, turns these dogs inside out. So it's great. Great dog removing device. I proceeded to have the war of a lifetime with all these stalkers. Oh my fucking god. This whole part here took about 15 minutes. It was just absolute hell. It was so bad because they were invisible. I couldn't shoot them. I had to melee them. They kept fucking teleporting around. They dodged my grenades. It was terrible. It was so terrible. As you guys can see here, I'm just like, what the fuck do I even do? I just basically died for no reason there. It was retarded. It was just fucking retarded. I didn't know they could say that on the internet, but I'm doing it. We finally got our way through the door, and oh sweet God, thank you very much for this bounty upon my shelf. My God, upon my table. The ammo vending machine, I was able to buy some more grenades and sell a bunch of crap. And thank goodness I was able to do that because I had nothing left. I literally was like completely fucking dried out and empty. And I didn't know that if you were like in the menu buying stuff, you're invincible, which is kind of weird. I've never noticed that, so kind of cool. Lord almighty, fighting through all these stalkers was a headache and a half, man. I almost had to take a Tylenol after this shit. But it's all good. I had the dab pen, fucking ripped a couple dabs and talked to the boys on Discord, so it was all good. But fuck, dude, chasing down these stalkers, like seriously, like I don't know why the fuck I did this playthrough, man. Like this is atrocious. I hope people enjoy it, but I'm just kidding, man. It's fucking totally fun. I do this as a hobby, so I fucking love it. Either way, it fucking just gives me an excuse to play some ridiculous shit. So why not? I continued to fight through all these guys and ended up fucking getting downed here, and there's nothing that I can do. And I was so pissed because I didn't put them in the video, but it's like the third time I got down in this area, and there was also nothing I can do the last time. These loaders are really the bane of my existence. There's really nothing I can do once I get put down because there's kind of like invulnerable to explosive damage, or at least they have higher health bars, so it's kind of difficult. Fucking rip, man. I had to run all the way back. For anyone that's died here many times, you guys know. I could have done like the jump thing by Mordecai's stash, but I just really couldn't be fucking bothered by it. So now we had another fucking issue, and that was trying to get past this super badass loader. This guy was such a fucking bastard. First things first, I had to clear out everyone else. This is basically like a raid boss. I had to use like strategy on this guy. It was fucking pretty ridiculous. I had to clear everyone else out very slowly, throwing axes at them so I don't get shot in the side and downed by that fucking massive mechanical beast. And then as soon as I came back out of this and finished this last guy off, I went back into it again and just started kind of picking at him from behind this thing. I ended up throwing a couple slag grenades in there, a couple fastballs, different things to try to get his health down. Jumping over the top, doing everything I could. This took about a minute. I ended up killing him after about a minute, and then we could go through to the real boss, the fucking loot midgets, the invincible, because oh my god, I couldn't do anything against them. Fighting these loot midgets, I wanted to get a legendary grenade mod. That was what my hope was. I did end up getting a legendary, but it wasn't something I can use, unfortunately. They were so fucking tough. I couldn't believe, when I first saw that first fastball only did like 10% health, I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, okay, this is we got to change our approach here. I got to get some slag on this fucking guy. And as soon as I threw that fucking grenade, he literally walked away from my grenade and he just stomped a whole bunch. I was basically fucked. I didn't know what to do. I died, and this fucking loot midget handed me my ass, and now I have no more grenades to kill him. So how did I do it? I don't know. Find out in the next clip. So I kind of scoped this guy out from the side. I had to use like all my fucking FOV to help me here and see where he was without getting shot. I threw a couple of these grenades. I then, fuck, dude, this was ridiculous. When he was slagged, he still took like 3 or 4 fastballs to kill. So at least I figured out a little bit of a technique to deal with them. So once I figured that out, I was like, okay, so this is what we're going to do every time. We're just going to slag them. And I got confused here because I couldn't see my menu through my person. This is kind of weird. I don't know why this was happening. It might have been because of the head, but it was kind of tweaking me out. So I figured, all right, so what we're going to do, we're going to bounce a grenade off the wall. We're going to stick it right there. Pause. We're going to put back on the fastball, and we just ended up dying anyway. So I was basically fucked from the get-go for this one too, but at least I had a bit of a technique to do, and I could come back and use it, so that's what I did. So we did the same technique on this guy. I threw a couple grenades down, and then switched. I love this attribute. You pause the game and switch your stuff around. It just makes for such a fucking cool system. And this guy wasn't able to be slagged until the very end, and he died, and he dropped me a bitch, which is kind of cool. So it was the only legendary I ended up getting out of these guys, so I ended up killing the other 2, but they didn't drop anything, so I guess we'll just skip towards Bloodwing. But yeah, I couldn't even use that because 1, I was under-leveled, and 2, can't even use any guns, so I ended up just fucking favoriting it and keeping it in my inventory, and I'll use it for another playthrough when I can actually use guns, and yeah, why not, right? Why not keep it for later? So after we found a mutated Bloodwing's wing, the mutated blood wing, so to speak. And we have to kill all these Zing Stalkers. These things are the worst enemy in the game for me right now. But thank God that they fucking only appear in this small little part. It's kind of annoying. Like, I get it, like, but I kind of wish they had like a natural habitat too. Like, say they got released somewhere, or if they were part of like one of the like, say the Hyperion Circle of Slaughter. That'd be really fucking cool. I would have liked that a lot. But yeah, I have physics on, so there's a bunch of these like not glean, what the fuck am I talking about? Glean. Fuck it. There's a bunch of glean splatters all over the ground. So yeah, why not? Why not? Why not be glean? Yeah. So now that we knew Mutant Bloodwing was rampant, we had to go find her, and we had to fight through all these guys. I died here so many fucking times. Like, so many times. I was completely out of grenades, and all I had was my action skill to throw actions at these guys. It took quite a long time to chip everyone down. Just fucking bitch and a half. There was all sorts of fucking people. I negated this guy a little bit, and I thought so at least, and I ended up fucking dying, so fuck my life. But I don't know if I ended up getting this bull loader or not. If I did, that'd be fucking huge. It doesn't look like I did. But, oh, I might actually get him. Yo, I'm on the fence with you guys too. I completely forget what the fuck happened here. I think I did get him. Yeah, there we go. Fucking cool. Cool, that's sick. Oh yeah, I ended up dying here anyways. I was screwed either way. So this is exactly what I mean. This is basically the whole preserve. This is what was going on the whole time. I was just suffering intensively the whole time. And we finally, I don't know how many times I need to say finally, but finally made it to the mutant bloodwing, aka giant bird with giant alien drug bird. And I know for a fact Bloodwing does not feel good with all that fucking shit inside of her. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on our explosive class mod, because we only have 7 grenades anyways. And we're going to hit her with a bunch of explosive fastballs. And in the original part of this, like when I first did this, I was like, oh, this would be no problem, right? Yeah, 30 minutes later, the boss fight was still not completed. So I got super fucking lucky on one of my last tries, so we'll basically just skip to that. But yeah, I ended up dying here a couple times, like I think like 8 or 9 times, something like that. And I fucking died like right at the end twice too, which really pissed me off. But we finally got it done eventually. So I basically kind of hit this technique of like throwing a fastball, sitting in the corner, waiting for Bloodwing to come back out, and then using my axe the best I could. There wasn't really much I can do once I finished with all my grenades. There was only a few boxes left, so there's not really much that I can do. I kind of just ran circles and like tried to dodge the dive bombing attacks, but it wasn't too successful. But as soon as I was able to like hit her with a fastball or two, like it did so much fucking damage that it kind of carried everything through, you know, like it was kind of carrying me for sure. It was doing a good chunk every single time, so it wasn't super bad. And then once she finally started to calm down, and there was a couple skags that I can get my health back from, I was able to down her, and as soon as she was downed, I was able to fucking smoke her. So I was just kind of waiting here for that to happen. Threw a couple axes, got her a little bit weak, threw a fastball, fucking all she wrote. All she wrote. Thank you very much, little dog that dropped a grenade from your stomach. Thank you for eating a grenade and not knowing what it is. Just like a real life dog eating poison, like rat poison. Thank you. Honestly, what would I do? And then I proceeded to melee her in the face like 7 times because honestly, fuck this bird. And yeah, that's basically it. That's basically all we did. So that's all we're gonna do for this episode, because we're around 20 minutes. I want to keep them around 20 minutes so people can watch them and they're not like super long. But yeah, no, it's been a fucking rough playthrough so far. Next time we're gonna go all the way up to Sawtooth Cauldron, maybe a little bit further, or maybe even just finish the game next episode. Maybe I'll make it a little bit longer, and we'll see what happens. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys watched this far, then comment anything down below. I don't know, just say hello, and I'll say hello back. I always comment back to everyone like right away. So thank you so much guys for watching, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay loud. See ya. Bye.